All right. Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is Ace. In the previous video, I said I was going to look into getting the companions off of ledges and stuff. As we've seen in some of the previous runs, they were getting stuck in all various sorts of things and places, and the command wasn't getting the job done because the movement system on TBC is different than the vanilla one. So there are differences, and it just didn't straight up work out of the box. So I did something that fixed it, which also may have broken other things. It's difficult to say. It's very difficult to say how certain changes at the core level affects everything. It's very difficult. There's no magical button I can press and say, okay, where's this being used? Everywhere. It's used everywhere. So if I make one small change, it may have repercussions in ways that, okay, you may look at mobs and say, oh, mobs are moving, yeah, but you don't realize that maybe, very specific scenario in which it breaks something. So it's hard for me to say if I broke anything as a consequence. Yeah, I'm flying. But either way, point is you press come and now they get off the ledge. The reason why they didn't do it before is because they're trying to pathfind, and as you can see, there's no way down off the ledge. There's no stairs, there's no, it kind of looks like you can just step off it, right? But it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Yeah, they were on the ledge and it was like one platform, the floor is another platform, and he doesn't realize that this is not that steep. He's like, okay, this is steep and I cannot go over it and there's no way down, so he's like bouncing, bam bam. And we've seen in multiple dungeons this issue. So there's one thing. Another thing, what did I do? We have a new item. It's called the control rod. On vanilla you can obtain this by doing the quest line, the basics, and it sends the companions to go and stay at wherever you're pointing the thing at. It goes as far as 100 yards, so that's cool. This should make it easier to control your companions from a distance without you actually physically going to the place and using come stay. It's basically come stay, except that it's go stay, without you being there. I would imagine, especially tanks, when they're tanking some dragon or things with AoE and cleaves and things and stuff, some such, that you don't want to go in front of the dragon to take damage yourself, so you just tell them, hey, go different places. So that's cool. And it's gonna be even more useful when compared with this next command. Okay, I worked on a spread command, and this spread command, people ask me over time, over the years, Ace, make a spread command. Okay, cool, I can make a spread command, except that no one told me what the spread command should actually look like. What should it do? What's the purpose of it? Details. No one told me nothing. So I've spent quite a number of days brainstorming this and trying to figure out, how am I gonna spread companions? How? Do I just give them some angles? What's the strategy there? So I thought that I cannot just give them angles. I cannot just say, like you can on vanilla. On TBC is probably not gonna happen because I find it rather redundant. So on vanilla you can whisper them something like set angle this, set distance that, and they would follow you at a certain angle and distance. In over 3.5 years of playing on the server and all the jazz, I have not found any useful situation for that. I've seen it be used quite a number of times, and I've seen it being discussed, I just did not find it useful in reality. I understand some boss like Oro where you need to spread your guys around, and I didn't write logic for it yet. So it's like, okay, how do I spread? Because there is a certain mechanic, whatever. And there you try to make it happen, because if you go into AQ40 and you're not particularly strong, then you cannot overpower the boss, so you have to do the mechanic. And people are struggling to whisper their companions with angles and stuff. It's not particularly great when you play with other people as well, and in combination with companions and people, because you have to whisper them angles. Not all of the companions may be under your control, and it's a mess, right? So that's like the only place I've ever seen it practically someone try to use it, just out of necessity. Later on you can overpower Oro, so it's whatever. But yeah, I just didn't particularly like whispering the angles and stuff, because it's complicated. Like, first of all, you have to know angles and distances, and you have to try stuff, and then you have to figure out, okay, the tank, where the tank goes, oh, where the DPS goes, whatever, man. It's too much work. I don't really expect, like, I don't know, like normal player, let's say, what's normal player? Just like average person to try to figure this stuff out. It's nuts. So I thought for sure I'm gonna need the target. Okay, so if you try to spread without the target, it says you should select a hostile target. I don't know if it's gonna stay hostile target or not. Maybe, I mean, technically you can spread even around me. Like it wouldn't hurt anything. But for now, let's say it's a hostile target. The reason why you really need the target is exactly what I said about angles and distances, because if you're going to spread them out, it's not the same spreading them out on this small little training dummy as compared to this bigger training dummy. And this bigger training dummy is not even that big. If you fight a dragon like Onyxia, it's a completely different situation. You're not gonna fight Onyxia, or if you fight Ragnaros, you're not gonna fight Ragnaros from within his actual model, because you'll be in the lava and you'll take damage and you'll die. So it's different based on the size of the monster. Okay. So yeah, that's why you need a target, and based on the target's position on orientation, you derive all the numbers necessary to spread any, like, the companions however way you want. So what I did is like, say, draw imaginary circles. Well, it's not like you draw circles in the code. It's some math to have to deal with circles and areas and stuff. And I just assigned, let's say, layers. Yeah, so I assigned a whole bunch of layers. First layer is gonna be for the melee, and then I have 3 layers for the ranged that are shared with the healers. So one is gonna be at 10 yards, 20 yards, 30 yards, and there's a final layer at 40 yards that only healers will use it, even though it's rather improbable that they ever will, and I will explain why. Well, the range DPS and the healers share the same layers. From, let's ignore the melee layer. Let's say the one at 10 yards is the first one, 20 yards is the second one, 30 yards is the third one, and the 40 yards is the fourth one. So they share the same layers. Let me actually get some guys in here so you can have a better representation of what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, so the command is Z spread. You can see he went somewhere. He went at 30 yards. Yeah, he's over here. And if I were to get, say, a healer, Then he's gonna go at 10 yards. You see, I didn't really know where to place the healers. I started off by putting them at the 40-yard layer. Okay, and then when I looked at it and I thought about it, what happened? Well, if you spread a bunch of companions, let's say around the target, but wherever you want, how many companions can one healer heal from this position? If you think about a circle around the target, 360 degrees, yeah, that its circumference hits you over here. So it's a rather wide circle. And you have companions all over the place spread. How many of them can he reach and heal from this position? Well, one quadrant. Yeah, it's a rather wide angle. If you imagine a 40-yard circle from your position, it's quite a number of them, but it doesn't get all of them. It doesn't get the guys on the sides and the guys in the back. So if you wanted to heal, the guys in the back or on the sides, then you need more priests spread out on those locations. Okay, so that's an issue and you can fix it that way. But then there's another problem. Say you put healer one, I'll explain. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So what happens here? What happens is that, again, I have 3 layers, one at 30 yards, 20, and 10 yards, where the priest is. And the range DPS starts filling these layers from the outside going in, and the priests filled the layers from the inside going out. And they share the same position. So when you hit the command on the target, in the code, it generates positions. Like, it does all the math. It looks at the size of the target, all the jazz. It generates all the positions, and after that, it assigns them to the companions. So, in regard to where to put the healers, like I've explained, the problem is if you put them on the outside going in, just like the range DPS, is that when you add a lot of range DPS, and the range DPS will start to fill the positions and loop around the target, your priest, typically speaking, you have maybe, say, I don't know, just a lot less healers than you have range DPS. Okay, so they would loop around and then your healers would not be in range. So then you'd have to kind of alternate, say, positions, like put one healer way over there and then put one healer way over there and then put one healer way over there. Okay, so what happens if you try to do it that way and only have, say, one healer, 2 range DPS, and a bunch of melee? Yeah, like a 5-man party. Or let's say you have 2 healers, yeah. Because if you have one healer, it's fine, because he's just gonna be here in the back at 40 yards. But if you have 2 healers, then what? One is gonna be over there in the back, and another one, is gonna be here in the front, or is he gonna be on the side? Where the hell is he gonna be? I don't know. And then you say, well, just look at how many companions you have, and it's like, really, you want me to figure out your party composition? And what if you decide, for some L reason, you're doing some boss and whatever, and you manually put, I don't know, you spread some companions around, you're also a player yourself. Like, how is he gonna figure out what's going on? When you're in, imagine that I'm thousands of miles away from you, and you're in the middle of the ride, and I'm not there with you, and I decide for you where your companions should go, dynamically. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I think just ultimately the best place to start positioning the healers is gonna be from the inside going out. So if you put them in the inside, and then you get some DPS, say, okay, you find that the healer is between the range DPS and the melee DPS, which puts them close enough so that he could do stuff like prayer of healing or something like that, some healing AoE or whatever. But from this position, of course, he's not gonna reach all of them, especially if you still have loopy stuff on the backside. Well, actually, he kind of will. We'll have to look into it, but he kind of will. So from this position, he's got access to a whole bunch of stuff, right? And I mean, this position is also rather far, or far enough from the target, so that he's not getting aggro multiplied by being in melee range. So the melee range of the target will never reach this guy, even though it's not exactly 10 yards distance or something like that. It's a little bit further away, but still the dummy or the creature or whomever should never be able to reach this position with melee, which means this guy should never receive any extra threat. So the threat multiplier will not be different for him. I'm talking about the 110% and 130%. We talked about it in a previous video. Stuff like that. Okay. Because the way or the ranges or the radius at which I placed the layers were really kind of constrained by the range DPS, meaning the range DPS, the farthest away that I can put them, which is exactly what I put them on the third layer, is so they can still shoot and attack the target. Okay, that's why I put one at 30, 20, 10, and then there's the melee layer and so on. And I'll explain some differences, and we can even look at them now, say, because it's important in a way. Well, maybe I should explain a little bit later. Okay, so let's just add a bunch of dudes so we can see what's going on here. So if I add another ranged DPS in this situation, where is he going to go? Well, that's a good question. I had that question. I started off because it's easier to just add them on the circle, keep adding them counterclockwise or clockwise in one direction. And I figured that's kind of a problem, because even though, let's say, the spread command spreads them around the target in a 360 degrees circle, and you'll see that we have spread, you can pass some arguments like spread back, and you can spread to the sides as well, but the non-argumented command spreads them in a 360 degrees circle around the target. So, but even in this situation, I presume that you would still prefer for them to be more towards the back, if possible. Because, first of all, you may not have enough companions to do a 360 degrees spread, so it may, like, you don't have enough to warrant doing that. Maybe you just have like one party and you do a spread command on the target, and you just want them to be, you know, behind the target like you'd expect, right? So a tank would go in front and the DPS and the healers are at the back of the target. And actually it's a very good point, because I didn't talk about tanks. I did not affect tanks by this command, because I don't know where exactly to send them. I mean, yeah, you say, well, send them in the front. They already go in the front. Like, by default, yeah, the default logic sends them in the front, like normal attacking logic. So if you drag him towards the back and then he has to go in front, and then he just, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go in front. I don't care. That's just normal, like, yeah. And he picks, like, he detects, when he wants to attack a target, he detects that, hey, I'm attacking this target, but I'm not in front of the target, so he just goes there. That's it. Which I think works better than it worked in vanilla. And you actually notice that he picks a different angle when he goes attack in the front, right? He's not, you see he's going a little bit to left, a little bit to the right. That's because I added like a random, I made him pick a random angle when he does that. So if you have several tanks, it's very unlikely that both of them, or however many you have, will be on the same position. And we can just exemplify that so you can see what I'm talking about. So you see, they just went on their own, and yeah, they're on different positions, And if you recall them back or whatever and they have to go back again, they just pick a different angle. Okay, and it works the same, like if I wasn't to spread the melee DPS, it works the same for the melee DPS. So this is just default. This is something that I worked with Emil on TBC, so they seem a little bit more natural. On the vanilla server, they all stack with each other, like on a single spot, which looked a little bit too strange. So we wanted it to be a bit more just natural looking. Okay, so when you do the spread command, now it may not be so obvious because it's a 360 degrees spread now. Well, if we do, let's say, a spread back, you see that all the melee dudes have positioned themselves in a semicircle. It's not even a semi, it's more like, well, I'll explain later. So, well, I mean, I can explain now. I'll explain later actually, because I'm getting sidetracked as usual. But the point is, I'm not affecting the tanks because I think the tanks depend on you. The tank is the most crucial element, so I cannot tell him to go anywhere. That's why it's important to use the newly created Ghost Stay command, let's say, where, you know, let's say you select your tank. Like even for Onyxia, you select the tank and you just tell him, hey, go to the other side of the arena. I'll just attack on the way there. Okay, so he'll drag the boss, you know, where he needs to go. Let's say this was Onyxia's arena, so now Onyxia is with the back at your group. And then you do something like spread sides, and lo and behold, your companions are now on the side of, or on each side of Onyxia, and I'll show you better later. But you see the melee have kind of spread around. Okay, you see the range has spread around, healers have spread, range has spread, and they're both on the side. They're on each on 90 degrees angles from Onyxia. So you have 90 degrees on the right side, 90 degrees on the left side, then you're left with 90 degrees in front and 90 degrees in the back. Makes 360 full circle. I looked at Onyxia's spells, the breath and the tail swipe. The breath has 60 degrees, tail swipe has 80 something degrees, so up until 90, which means from, ignore the tanks because I'm not spreading them again, like we might as well just remove them. Because again, I'm not controlling them, I'm not completely ignored by this command. They're not affected by this command at all. You see, just move your tank accordingly. Just take this, put the tank there, boom, that's it. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay, so 60 degrees angle is a rather steep angle, which means from where we are right now, only the tank will get hit. If this was Onyxia, she's breathing on your group, only the tank gets hit. 60 degrees is kind of like this. 90 degrees is up to here. Well, kind of up to here, because it's not, these guys are at 120, something like that. So 60 degrees going from Onyxia is rather steep. And the tail swipe is rather more broadly, but then again, the guys, the companions here are not spread at, well, actually they are at 90 degrees, never mind. They are at 90 degrees. But the tail swipe is like 85 degrees or something, as far as I can tell. I just briefly looked at it in the code. I could be wrong, but I'm probably not. Okay, so either way, you're not gonna get hit by either one of those. Okay, so that's the spiel there. But anyway, let's look. Okay, so in the full spread, you see they all go 360 degrees. And we can also talk a little bit about the size, which is important. I tried to make them size aware. You see, when I made the training dummy big, the melee went back. How far back did they go? At melee range, basically. Like straight up, this is straight up melee range. They can still, if you can still push them like 1.5 yards to the back or 2 yards or something, a little bit more. It's a little bit complicated. but I mean, you can probably push them a little bit backwards, and it's important to say that. Why? Because think Ragnaros, or think Cthulhu, and you know, like Ragnaros has his lava, you cannot step in it, and Cthulhu has his blobby center, and if you enter the blobby center, you get knocked back. And like I spoke in some previous video, I told you that in the future I intend to maybe add like a penalty for the companions when they get knocked back, maybe get stunned for a couple of seconds and stuff like that, so it will start to matter for them if they get knocked back as well. I haven't tested though. I mean, yeah, basically I lived here for a couple of weeks, just hitting this training dummy. I haven't tested except for Magma Dar, I'll explain. So I may need to tweak this further, because I may need to push them still a little bit more behind for you know, if I test them at the Cthulhu and I'm like, okay, they're still inside the blobby thing, then I still need to push them a little bit more behind. But the point is, you can see that even though the target size has increased, all the companions have also gone backwards. And if I scale it down again, and you'll need to press the command again, you see now they're going, they're repositioning. Yeah, like the range got closer. So this is why I couldn't just let you input some angles or whatever, or distances, because it depends on the size of the target. And specifically here, if we look at the distance, and here's a very important, there are like two important metrics here that we care about: the raw distance, which is 32 yards, and the combat distance, which is 29.70 yards. The combat distance is the distance at which you can hit the target, accounting for its size. Okay, so I put the layers at which these guys spread based on the combat distance, right? Because we care if the mage can shoot his wand or his spells. You could ask, but what about his talents? Well, I cannot account for his talents. What would a formation look like if everybody can just decide? You're in the army and you just decide, well, I can see the enemy from like further away, it's like, let me break formation, screw you guys. No, it doesn't work. Okay, so everybody has to be where they have to be. Okay, so it's like hardwired 30 yards combat distance, 30 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards. Raw distance is also important, because raw distance is the distance between 2 points in space. Yeah, going back to high school trigonometry formulas. And it's important because there's a discrepancy between the combat distance and the raw distance. And the raw distance, or the difference between them, is rather the indicator of how large the creature is. In a sense, speaking more for combat distance, in a sense, I'll explain in a second. So if we mod scale this guy back to 10 and we stand on the same spot-ish and we measure the distance, you'll see that the raw distance is still the same, because again, is the distance between 2 points in space. It calculates it from the center of the target, irrespective of how big the target is, which is fine. But you see, the combat distance has lowered here to 20 yards from 29 yards. Okay, so this is important, not just to know to send the guys back, further back, but also important to know, well, as you send them back, right, logically, you create sort of a bigger circle. And because you have a bigger circle now, that means you can fit in more guys inside that circle. So you have to adjust the calculations. Let's go back actually to scale 1 and let's start adding some dudes. Another thing to talk about that I think I briefly touched upon it, but I wanted them to spawn sort of from behind the target. The easiest was initially to just calculate the step. Well, okay. Even before that, I thought, what should this command be useful for? Like, why am I doing this? Well, if I'm gonna have a spread command, then I would like for it to spread my companions far apart from one another, so that if there was an AoE, like say Gehenna's firestorm or a blizzard or something like that, then whenever one of them gets hit by said AoE, the other ones should still be safe. And I looked at the AoEs, and let's say the majority of them, like standard size, is between 8, it's either 8 or 10 yards. And I tested specifically at 10 yards distance, and they still got hit. So if this guy here was hit by a firestorm and he was at 10 yards from these other two guys, then all three of them would get hit. So I put them instead at 11 yards. And you see the raw distance is the one that matters here. Because when you have an AoE, like say this one, well, when you cast an AoE with yourself in the client, you get this green circle, which is a visual representation done by the client. Obviously, this doesn't exist server side. There's no circles drawn anywhere. It's just math. So when you cast an AoE, you cast it, you get the green circle, you click it. What happens? You send a message to the server with the ID of the spell that you try to cast. And then the server in the backside in the database has information about all the spells. And you say, oh, player Rimble has requested to cast spell ID 10. And the server is like, okay, spell ID 10, what's this spell about? Well, it has, okay, it's cast at a destination, has a radius, okay, what's the center destination? XYZ, what's the radius? 10 yards. Okay, let me go and scan the environment at 10 yards raw distance from this destination, from the center point, and see how many units I have, right? This is where raw distance matters very, very much. So if you put these guys at 10 yards, then they would still get, well, tagged, let's say, by a 10-yard AoE like Rain of Fire or Blizzard. So we know that we have to put them at minimum 11 yards. Now there may be like even wider AoEs, or, with bigger radiuses, but then you have a problem, because within a circle you can calculate this is like a simple formula. At a certain radius with a certain angle, how many, let's say, how many positions can I fit in if I put them at 11 yards away from each other? Well, it depends on the circumference or on the area of the circle, whatever, right? So the smaller the circle, the fewer of them you can squeeze in, and the larger the circle, the more. And you'll see this in practice in a second. So I couldn't really do any more than 11, because also 11 is a pretty shitty number, yeah. Because if you divide 360 by 11, it doesn't divide as well as 10, is all I'm saying. So it's kind of annoying. I had to fiddle quite a lot with the numbers to make them look somewhat symmetrical, and I'll explain why that. But the point is, I wanted them to spread from behind. I wanted them to go left and right instead of just one direction, so you can be behind the target as much as possible, just because I think you prefer it. And then occupy all the slots. Yeah, so start for range DPS, start from the outer layer, occupy the slots on layer number 3, which is the 30-yard layer. Then once that is done, go to the next layer, start from behind, occupy left and right, fill it up. Let's actually show it. Okay, so you see they start to go on the third layer. Let's just add a whole bunch of them. It's unlikely that you'll have this many range DPS, but you know, just for the hell of it. Okay, they managed to kill the dummy. It's unlikely that you'll have this many range DPS when you play, but you may. you might, I don't know. It's possible. So they filled up the outer layer, the 30-yard one. First guy goes, may not always work out this way. Maybe he starts a little bit off-centered, whatever. Small little poopies and not worth fixing. But actually, let's add like 2 more. Okay. So if you look at these guys, let's take this guy. If this guy was to get hit by Gehenna's firestorm, would he also tag these other dudes? No. You see, I'm not perfectly on the center of this guy, so it's like 10 point something yards. It's fine. As long as it's more than 10.5, we're safe. Don't stress it. Even if it gets rounded, we're good. Okay, so if you look at all the other guys he's surrounded by, you can see all of them are beyond, or at, let's say, approximately 11 yards from each other. So all of these dudes, whether it's the distance between the layers or the distance between the other companions on the same layer, they're all 11, which is good, except I'm telling you, 11 sucks, does not divide as well as 10. I had to, like, the maximum distance I can put the third layer from the target is 30 yards combat distance. Okay, I cannot put it any further. If this guy takes 1 step behind, he cannot hit the target anymore. He's out of range. Which, maybe we take another parenthesis. I thought I should maybe make this command like a toggle. As in, spread and they automatically get toggled on these relative angles to the target. And if the target moves, you no longer have to press the command again. They would just follow the target. And I may still do that, but let's just test it like this, because I implemented this on vanilla, and if it only works like it currently does without a toggle, then this is nothing more right now than a glorified ghost stay, right? So it's nothing more than you just ghost staying your companions around. This is just a glorified ghost stay. If I turn this into a toggle, the problem is on vanilla, because it takes more code and I have to structurally add something to make them toggle, that when you're normally interacting with the game, with other commands or other scenarios or situations or boss fights, I did not add logic yet to acknowledge that such a state of go toggle or spread toggle exists. And because I haven't done that, if you were to spread toggle them, and there's no way to like 100% counter this in all situations in the game, then you'll bug it out for you. And on vanilla I have a lot of code. Like, I shit you not, it's a lot of code. Like, it would take me a substantial effort to go over all of it and find out where I need. Look, vanilla is a project where I learned programming for 3.5 years. It's an absolute dog shit. It's spaghetti code in the true sense. On the TPC it's not, because I didn't copy anything from vanilla. It's not the copy paste job. It's a completely rewritten project, structured, organized, explained, all the jazz. So it wouldn't be a problem. I also have a lot less code because it's not finished. And I don't have custom RAID logic or anything like that. So it's much easier to add it on to make it a toggle on the TBC. Or I'm also currently working and testing, so if I find issues, you know, and nobody else is testing, like there's no hundreds of players to upset if I make a mistake. So at least on vanilla it's gonna stay just a glorified go stay, but at an angle. And maybe on TBC, as we maybe test this, I'll turn it to a go toggle. So you toggle it once, companions just keep following the target at a certain distance and angle, and you know, maybe they also just automatically adjust as they should, because as a consequence of that, based on the size of the target. Because if you think there are bosses that modify their size, like just first one that comes to mind, Balnazar, whatever. In Stratholme, the guy and in the living side, the demon guy, it starts out like a small dude, then becomes a large demon. Okay, so in situations like that, if you make this a toggle, and they just dynamically on every check, they're like, oh, the target has increased, let me go there. Oh, he took one step into whatever direction the boss moved. Like if the boss moves 1 yard, let's say towards this guy, right, in this direction, then all the range DPS can no longer hit him because they're literally at the edge, right? They're literally at the edge. The melee as well, like melee already has like a little bit of padding, so it can move a little bit and the melee can probably still attack it. But if it moves too much, melee can no longer attack it either. And there are plenty of situations, again, going back to Gehenna's, your tank, again, is not affected by this, which is correct. Let's say Gehenna's drops a firestorm on your melee row, which they're obviously all stacked up. So what do? Well, you could target your tank and use the control rod to move the tank away, which will move the boss away, and you'd expect the melee to also move along with the boss too, without you doing any other inputs. As it currently works, they will not move, they'll just stand there, so you'd have to keep pressing the command over and over. And I would like for you to not have to do that, not just because you have to input more actions, it makes it harder for you, but there's a lot of code in this command. So if you spam the shit out of it, and I'll explain some other stuff, because for example, I had to, believe me, there were so many nuances and little things to making this work. Again, I've lived in this dungeon for weeks working on that. Okay, let's say I add another companion. When I press the spread command, what do you expect to happen? Like intuitively, what do you expect to happen? Well, you expect him to go in the first opened position and do it and start attacking or whatever. Okay. Except that the way the code worked, that wasn't particularly the case. So what happened initially is when I would press a spread, it's not just this little guy going over there and Bob's your uncle. It's like it would just rearrange all these motherfuckers. Like all of them will start doing. And frankly, I haven't even tested this yet, but no, let's test it now. If we kill one of these guys, let's kill this guy too, because he's clearly disrupting my test. And we spread them, what do you expect to happen? They should probably move now. They started to move, right? Because these guys are dead and they're no longer occupying that position. So this is kind of problematic. But yeah, it's still more manageable than it was before. Well, maybe in this scenario it wasn't really as bad as if we killed this guy. Well, if we kill this guy, if we kill the weakling here, if we kill the guy at the root of the problem, because again, when you press the command, positions get generated and positions get assigned, but it's done in a certain order. Now I tried to maintain this order, like I've showed you. When you add a new one, he just goes to the next free poop. But I cannot hold a position, or maybe I can, I don't know. Leave me feedback, or don't, I don't care. I cannot leave, no, I cannot keep an occupied position, maybe, or maybe not, I don't know. I'll think about that. For a dead companion, or who may just not be here at all. Maybe I can, just so I can prevent, you know, good point. I can prevent them changing their position all the time. Yeah, because you'd be a problem even if you toggle them, and one of them dies. You have them toggle, and one of them dies, and the toggle would keep adjusting. Well, actually no, because no. In a toggle, I won't. Okay, that's the difference. Yeah, this is the difference between the toggle and you pressing the command multiple times. That's why I think a toggle is better, because in the toggle, I would only assign them their position, and they would have to respect that position. That's it. When you redo the command, you recalculate all the shit every time. All the positions, you recalculate, you reassign, it's like, even though it, okay, after they stop moving, I'll just do the command again. So even though it looks like, nothing's happening, it's like, yeah, no, but in behind the scenes, everything has happened all over again. It looks like nobody's moved because they're already at the destination where they're supposed to be. But practically, literally everything was done all over again from scratch. All the calculations, all the assignments, all the go there's, all the poops. Okay? So it's a rather involved function because it has plenty of stuff to calculate. Well, not as bad as some other functions, which is why I've considered many times of adding some kind of delay. And we've actually had the delay throughout all these videos we've done so far. We've had a delay, but I never spammed the commands, so it wasn't obvious. But I know some people do like to spam commands, and you're just using up the CPU for no reason. That's a problem. Anyway, let's can I like group revive? Is that a command in TBC? Of course not. Okay, let's revive these dudes. Let's do a spread. Oh, there's still a dead one. Good job, priest. Oh, he cast it on somebody I've already finished reviving. I guess I could circumvent that and make him, while casting the poop, to check if the target has been revived in the meantime or not, and cancel if he has been revived. Okay, so anyway, going back to what we were talking about earlier. They spread at 11 yards. What happens when they run out of spots to go to? Let's kick everybody out, so I don't have to kick all the dudes individually. That it might take more time. Let's just add this many. It's like 35, 34 actually. Spread mages. Okay, so they're all going places, except you see these guys are doubled, and they're like 2 dudes on a spot. So what happens when all the spots get occupied? Then I send them to double up on starting from the 3rd layer going inwards. Yeah, because I thought about it. Like initially they were just hanging around, like not getting assigned at all. But I thought about it, like, is that really okay? Because when you press the spread command, you actually want them to go somewhere. You want to get rid of them. You don't want them to keep following you, because then it's like, okay, you spread the number of them, and now you have like 5 still chasing you around. Like, what the fuck's that about? Because now you press one command, and then you have to like manually place the other dudes, and that's not good. But there's another consideration for this, and I'll show you later. For example, what happens if you look at this area? That's a giant open space. How many places like this do you think are in the game when you're fighting a boss? Not all the bosses have open wide arenas like this, which means you may have terrain, you may have, I don't know, a mountain, you may be in a cave at Magmadar. You know the little socket cave that Magmadar is fighting in. Well, what happens if you try to spread there? I mean, what happens when you try to spread there? Well, I only fixed this on vanilla, so I had to write some extra movement. You know how much I love the movement systems. They're amazing, bane of my existence. I had to write some custom logic for them to determine if where I'm trying to send them if they can actually get there. Yeah, can they path over there? It was not simple, and I've only done it on vanilla. On TBC, not yet, because I'm still testing it, I guess. But I managed to do that, and I'll show you later what I mean, because not implemented. We're on the TBC server, so it's not implemented here. But they go up to the edge of the wall and they stop there. Okay, so what happens, because they fight in such a tiny arena, there's not a lot of positions. Like, look how wide this is, and even if you were to spread them to the back, that will not improve the situation, right? So they have to stack with each other. When they run out of room, just stack with each other. Am I already? Oh shit, never mind. I thought there was a room for another thing. Yeah, whatever. Let's kick one of these guys out. Let's spread again. Let's get one guy. Spread again. And he's gonna go somewhere on the third row. So they start looking at positions to double up from the third row, going inwards. And once they fill up the third row, once they double up the third row, they go on the second row. Once they do that, they go on the first row. And once they do that, they come back on the third row, and now they're tripling up. And once they tripled up everything, then they go back on the third row, they quadrupling up. And you're gonna see this, especially for Magmadar, because it's a really small arena. So there's like 1 quadrant of this worth of room. So there's gonna be a lot of stacking. And you might wonder, is that okay thing to do? And I think it's okay. First of all, there's no physically, there you have no options. Well, okay. I suppose you do have some options. Well, no, you really don't, because Magmadar, just like Gehenna's, he drops like a patch of flaming shit on the ground. And that patch of flaming shit has a radius of, I don't know specifically, 8 to 10 yards. Okay, so if you spread your companions out, some of them will get hit by that. If you get lucky, it's only gonna be one guy he's just alone here, drops a patch of flaming poop in the ground, no problem. Leave him there, he's gonna get healed, or move him out. You're gonna see him, right? So you can use either come stay, or you can use the new item, boom, you move him down. Cool, cool. No problem, move him back in there if you care. If not, just leave him there, he'll get healed. Believe it or not, the healers they should be capable of healing not just one guy, but like multiple guys. So when they start, when you double them up, or you stack them up on the outside going in, so the first positions get doubled up, what happens is that it increases the chance that one of these guys is gonna get hit, because the boss, in his function, he looks for one target at random. So you have multiple targets over here. There's the higher probability that one of these guys is gonna get hit. But that's good, because if it were something like a blizzard, or even the flaming poop, or maybe it's a blizzard, what you can do is what normally happens is that you move the where you can move. Well, no, normally you just the guys themselves are supposed to fuck off, right? So you can easily just tell them to fuck off and she's not standing stupid. But let's say one option you can exercise, you can select your tank and then make him go stay. And if this was a toggled function, then everybody would just move along and you would move these guys out as well. And you prefer AoEs to go to the edge of the arena so it doesn't create, you know, congestion within the stuff. You also have to position yourself somewhere. So where are you going to go? You also have to double up with some of these guys because they occupy all the stuff. Well, in this case, we've exaggerated and put so many range DPS. Normally, you're not going to have all the range DPS in the world. Yeah, you're going to have, you know, maybe half. You're going to have maybe half ranged. Maybe you're going to have some healers, etc. So it creates congestion if it drops AoEs. Again, you're going to have melee, and the highest probability is that they'll drop it on the melee because there's going to be a bunch of them and they're all stacked up here. Of course, if they're spread around the target, that increases the surface area. So if it drops it on this melee here, and if you're fighting Magmadar, who's particularly big, then the melee are going to be like over here, spread evenly in a circle, which means, yeah, maybe like 5 melee will get hit by the thing. It depends on how many melee you have, because if you only have a couple of them, whatever. Like, let's see what it looks like if you have a few melee. Let's say you have 5 melee. Okay, so if you had 5 melee, oh yeah, this target is particularly small. Magmadar would definitely be bigger, so... Well, if you had 5 melee, and they're like spreading around a bit, and then you're okay, yeah. You can drop it on whichever one of these dudes you want, and they're gonna be fine. I don't think you're gonna have 5 melee, you're gonna have more, but either way, point stands. I don't know what happens when they spread in the back. When they spread in the back, well, they also distance themselves a little bit. But you see what happens with the spread back command. So you see when I use the spread back command, they all went... Oh, okay, if you look at this target dummy and you draw like a perfectly vertical line through it, 180 degrees to the back is what the game considers, quote unquote, the back or behind the target. And I tested this with the rogue. I don't know, at least that's how it works on TVC. I tested with the rogue. If you're anywhere within the 180 degrees, so if you just draw an imaginary line straight through the middle, and you're anywhere here you want, is considered the back and you can backstab. If you take one step, like 1 fucking yard over this imaginary line, you're no longer in the back, you're in the front. So now you can do shit like gouge. And I didn't look into it because I don't care enough. But if you're in the back, that means the target, if you hit the target in the back, the target cannot block, cannot parry, can probably dodge. Yeah, which means you have an easier time hitting the target from the back. I believe that's important for the melee, yeah. As such, I didn't put them at exactly 180 degrees to the back. I put the range at 160 degrees. You can see, like, if you draw the imaginary line, just use this dark shade on the ground. Yeah, if you draw an imaginary line, they're like way to the side here. They're not exactly on the 100 degree mark. They're on the side and they're kind of like going in an angle if you look at it, right? It's 160 degrees. Yeah, so it's a rather wide angle for the range. For the melee, I put them at 120 degrees just to be like super extra careful. I could have put them at 162, right? That's just have to change one number. It's not a big deal. I can do it. The advantage, like the bigger the surface area, the more space between them you have. So when they get targeted, inevitably, because there's a whole bunch of them by some AoE, then it's not going to hit as many of them at the same time, is what I'm saying. But if you keep adding and adding and adding, and I'll show you what it looks like with like a full raid of melee, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, they're going to just be like stacked up next to one another. Actually, let's just add another one. So if we add another one to this, you're going to see they tighten the formation to make room for the next one. Okay? So, okay, bad example. I just want to say, doing all this was not easy. Lots of math. And I didn't get it right. Yeah, there are issues still. Believe me, it was not for any lack of trying. It's just very annoying. I'm not a mathematician. I'm a moron with a high school diploma. That's the limit of my math. Anyway, I added another one and it tightened the formation. So there's that. Something to consider. I suppose I can put them also at 160 degrees, and I can probably even do it live if I can find the command, just so we can look at it for shits and giggles. If I can find it, because I don't have it right in front of me. Hold on, give me a second. It may not take a long. Okay, let's put this at 160 degrees. It will take a second to build here, and we'll just see it live, what it looks like. But the point is, I didn't want to take the chance that the melee was not actually behind, which is why I didn't do 180 degrees. Because if you put somebody straight at 180 degrees, I don't know, like you're flipping a coin. It's like, these are all, they're not whole numbers, they're real numbers, like 20 point something or 180.2. And then you're like, how does the, it didn't work. I have to restart. Fine, we'll restart and I'll talk while it's restarting. Shouldn't take long. It's like, it depends how the code handles real numbers for different things, and I don't know. Sometimes it rounds them, sometimes it doesn't round them, sometimes who the hell knows. Okay, so I didn't want to take that chance, because not only would they not be able to use their abilities, like in the case of the rogue, they couldn't backstab or whatever, but also because they're behind the target, you know, again, they cannot parry and block and whatever. Actually, let's just start from one, so just maybe it's spread back. Okay, so they start from straight behind the target, and as you keep adding, they just go ways. This is 160 degrees now, so it doesn't even look all that different. It's probably fine. I mean, it should be fine. It's like 10 degrees on each side of margin of error. Like no computer is gonna error. Oh, I don't want to say something that's clearly not true. Okay, but it's fine, right? It's fine. They just keep making room for more. So the more you have, the tighter the distance between them is gonna be like. Okay. Like I said, priests or healers, just in general, they start, unlike range DPS, they start from the inner circles and they go outward, and they share the room with the range DPS. So if you had an exaggerated number of healers, or maybe an exaggerated number of DPS, and the DPS were on the first rows, and I add a healer, the healer would replace the DPS, because the healers get a priority. We talked about it. Even if you look at it from this perspective, if you put, look, first of all, like if you're really savvy and you care, I made it so that they get assigned in the order that you see them in the party, in a sense. So you could technically, right, look at this guy, right? This one from the first group, this one is the last one from the first group, and this one is the first melee from the second group. And you see, it's like boop, boop, one after the other. So while I don't have any logic, because it would make the code unbearable, my brain also, you could like think about this. Okay, you just knowing that they get assigned in order, that they are in the group, you could potentially do something about that. And again, right now, like nothing's stopping you saying, okay, I don't like Ace, but why didn't you just send the healer on the other side? No problem, easy. Take this guy, click on him, click on the go stay, boom. Now you have the healer wherever you want. Like nobody's stopping you from doing this, right? Like you can just do it yourself. Easy. Yeah. So if you disagree, because I don't know, whatever. But the point is, including the range DPS or including all of these guys, if you look at them, they're all, in a sense, may not always be the case, but they usually should be close to one another. Close enough, anyway. So you could account for that if you care. If that's something that you need for some specific whatever poops. Okay? So I've explained that. And again, healers have priority in assignments. They get assigned first. Range DPS, they get assigned second. So they take whatever rooms, whatever positions are opened. And if they run out of positions, they simply just double up. Now, melee, however, they don't share positions with anybody. So melee, they share positions with themselves and nobody else. You see, okay, so because now when you do the back command, you only have a semicircle to work with, then they're just more likely for them to stack up with each other. And if you put them back into spread, you'll see they have more room and all that jazz. I see there's a whole bunch of empty room now. The healers are in the center on the first layer. Range DPS started going on the outside. And notice, remember when this target was small? Yeah, because it's small, so they have to get closer. Yeah, now they fill all the positions. Well, we have a lot of melee, so they don't fill all the positions. But that's the spiel about it. Something that I really try to make sure it works this way. Because, yeah, various bosses have various sizes. Okay, so there's that. And so we talk about spread, which is 360 degrees. Spread back is 180 degrees behind the target. And there's also spread sides, which is 90 degrees to the left and to the right of the boss, right, in quadrants. And there's actually probably a little bit more room on the sides, because on the sides I do like straight up 90 degrees as opposed to the back where I do 160 degrees. So the back formation is actually the more space restricted one compared to the other ones. But the same thing to be said here. If we just look at the melee. Actually, let's just add one at a time. So they alternate. Yeah, they alternate positions. I try to make them alternate. So one goes left, one goes right, one goes. It's the same for range DPS. Okay, I mean when you assign them like whatever, it's whatever, right? But you see, they kind of account for it and they try to do sort of a symmetric spread. This was not easy for me to do, but I want it for it to be like a little bit symmetric. Okay, so they keep adding, they keep making room. Yeah, and you see they spread evenly on the sides. So hopefully, I mean, I haven't looked at all the bosses in the game and all the situations, but I don't know. Like you're gonna have like, this is again a glorified ghost stay command. So if you're fighting some boss and is really like, oh my god, I cannot beat these guys in the front, just move them, right? Just move them away. It's not a problem. They're not glued. And even if I make this a toggleable command, yeah, if you move them away, it should break the toggle. So they would just stay wherever you want them to stay. So that's fine. Yeah, let's look at what the full group of melee DPS hypothetically would look like if they all had to be spread. It will look pretty tight. Like this would be pretty tight. But there's no other way around this, right? It is what it is. Well, I mean, you could argue, well, maybe send some of them like a little bit closer. I don't think it makes a difference. The melee range is like, I cannot give you a clear answer because I don't know the correct answer. Well, the correct answer is that it depends. The melee attack radius honestly just depends on too many things. Are you moving? Are you not moving? What's your size? What's the boss's size? Whatever the fuck. So it depends, but it's something like 1.3, 2.25, 5, depends. So it would not be enough to spread them out. Like right now where I put them is where I think is the actual like zero ground melee range without their actual offset. So again, if they take a step to the left, they can still attack. You see, I can still attack it. But again, you see, I can no longer attack it now. Now I'm out of range. You take one step, you can do it. This one step is like 2.2 yards. Okay? So there's not wiggle room. And you say, well, just like, oh, look how much space I have here. Nah, not really, because you could be fighting Ragnaros. Also, you could be fighting Ragnaros, but well, no, it's really just that. Like, you're sending them within the... You're sending them within the model of the boss. And if you send them any closer, well, this command would force them to respect the angle. So if I said, okay, don't be at this radius or at this distance, just go closer, they would still respect the 90 degrees and they would simply spread in a much tighter angle, because the closer you get to the target, the narrower the angle becomes, until if you get so close at some point, at some point it's just gonna be a point and they're all gonna be stacked into one spot, literally. Okay, so I don't think there's any freaking solution to this as far as my brain can process this. So if you spread them on a 360 degrees, yeah, they have a little bit more room to wiggle. And if there's like 8 radius AoE drop like on any of these guys, what's that gonna look like? Well, this is 5 and this is 8. So these guys like over here, kind of, they would get hit by it. But again, way better than all of them getting hit by it, right? Because if you've played on the vanilla server and you have some experience, you know, sometimes, because right now on the vanilla, I just send them on literally behind the target at like 2 yards or something. So they fight on vanilla server, they don't account for like maximum melee range or anything like that. I'm literally, you know, I've explained to you the difference between raw distance and combat distance. On the vanilla server, I send them at the raw distance of like 2 or 3, right? Which means right fucking here. Like that's where they would be. On vanilla, all stacked up, all these 39 dudes would be stacked up at 2 yards behind boss on vanilla. So when on vanilla they get flamed by Magmadar's poopy crap, then a lot of them will take damage. So you have to be very quick to moving them out of the AoE, out of the fire. So yeah, an 8 yards here is like maybe, I don't know, 20%, 25% of them. This is like a quarter of them. Is like way better than all of them getting hit at the same time by an AoE. So good, it's good shit. Now if you spread them to the back, again the angle tightens. They make sort of a semicircle. I put them at 160 degrees now, so they're not 120, they're 160. This is where it would be 180, so they still have room for error, like 10 degrees on each side. And yeah, this is also one of the challenges. I mean, I had so many challenges with this, but this was one of them because I struggled, again, whatever. I struggled a lot to make them symmetric, because I would start spreading them on maybe like one side, right? Because it was so much easier. Like you split a circle in two, and from one end, which would be here, and you just, okay, you split the circle in two, take 180 degrees, then you split the semicircle in whatever you want, see what the distance has to be to fit all of these guys in, like create a step, then just from this angle just add the step, and it would just create like a nice semicircle. Problem is they would start from here, and as I've shown you, they don't actually start from one side. They start from, alright, this is like a mod scale, just make it big again. They don't start from one side or the other. They start from straight in the fucking back. Yeah, and then they go kind of left and right. Yeah, so that puts distance. You see, it just puts distance between them. So that, yeah, I have all this room. I don't want to be next to this guy. He's gonna drop some stupid AoE on me. So then I have to move out. So if there's distance between them, boom. And as you keep adding them, as you keep adding more and more, it tightens. It is what it is, right? But yeah, this was not as easy to do as it would have been to just like go from one side of the semicircle to the other and keep adding them on those positions. It was very annoying. I shit you not. Days, man, whatever. So yeah, that's the spiel, and I think that sort of covers it. Is there something I haven't talked about? I don't know. I talked about a lot. Fuck it. Let's go do Dire Maul North, I think. I don't know if you can teleport there straight away. We'll test this. Yeah, we'll give it a test. I have not tested it. I just finished it and I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to spend time testing it. We'll test it as we're doing the runs, and we'll see if it's worth anything or not. Honestly, I don't know. People said, Ace, give us spread command. A lot of people over the years. But I preferred to write logic for each boss individually, because it depends, yes? It's not the same for each boss. They have their own particularities and their own whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't think about what composition to run with this. I haven't done a Dire Maul. I haven't done dungeons in a while, so I don't know. let's well, let's test this. So we have one tank. The tank's not gonna get affected. We have we have one healer. Cool. Let's get some melee. Let's get the rogue. We have ranged. Let's get a bunch of ranged. So at least one range. I don't know. Did we test the cat? Let's get one cat and let's get one hunter. Oh fuck! Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'm here. Like we cannot have 5 of them. God damn it. Okay, we're gonna drop the cat. We're gonna. I don't think I implemented this logic yet. God damn it! What am I doing, dude? Need to do more shit. Yeah, I need to implement the fluid grouping logic, whatever. Okay, so let's get one rogue and one hunter. Alright. So we have all the juicy poops. One problem with this is that I am not accounting for the angle. So, well, I am, but in a bad way. Okay, so I think this is not going to be very useful in like normal situations too much, because remember I am sending the guys in the like at fixed angles. Okay, so if this guy was with the face, if this guy is looking at us and I do a spread now, they will go fuck knows where. They'll just like fall off the map. Okay, first of all, I didn't implement the logic for the pathfinding. So they will literally just fucking walk through that barrier and fall off the map. So I don't think it's also, yeah, because they don't they don't stop as they're, no matter what the facing of the monster is. They literally go at the back of the target. So let's do a pull command, because yeah, the tank is not affected. And let's spread back, I guess. And you see that they're just going to the back. Well, I guess because I said, well, spread back. Oh, fuck. We also died? Come on, man. Well, yeah, because my healer dude was running to the spread position. So, I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while. Aren't they supposed to heal on the way? Well, I paladins don't have any instant casts, so yeah, you're kind of fucked. All right. Let's abort this. Yeah, I don't know how good this command will be, or how useful it will be, if it's gonna be useful at all. Okay, so let's do a like Z spread here. And again, the healer goes at the 10-yard range, and the hunter, I told you he's gonna fall off the rocket, because I didn't write the pathfinding logic. And even if I had, okay, this may have been like the one situation, or even if I had the pathfinding logic, he can actually pathfind over there, if you believe it or not. Like that's not a problem. Yeah, let's kill this guy while I'm talking. Okay, so the target was over here, and his assigned position was like over here. Okay, he can pathfind over there. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Even if I had written the pathfinding constraints, he could have still pathfound his ass over on this next pack of mobs. So I don't know if this is going to be very useful, to be honest. That was my whole concern the entire time I was working on this, because it took me a lot of time and effort to make it, but I'm not convinced like this is gonna be good, because you cannot really adjust the angles. And I suppose like if I really had nothing else to do, I could do more arguments so you can maybe change some angles and some distances and shit, but it's not gonna be as It really has to work though, like the way I set it up. So I mean, I don't know. Look, making this command was annoying. Making it customizable as well would be like twice as annoying, even though it was already very annoying. So I would prefer not to fuck with it anymore. I don't know if it's gonna be useful. Maybe we'll test it more against some bosses because they take a while to kill, and maybe there's like a bigger arena. I don't know. Maybe there's like some bosses that have AoEs and stuff, and we get a chance to test it against normal mobs. Just because you saw, like, that's exactly what I was afraid that would happen. Exactly what happened, because yeah, they don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a solution for this or whatever, but yeah, let's get on with this. Do we have to go and kill the boss or not? We're not gonna do like a DM run, so we may have to kill the guy. I don't remember. I've only done a few times this dungeon. All right, let's just do like a normal dungeon, please. Like, just let's finish this run. Also, like this may actually be very difficult. Like Maul North is like pretty tough. Like even on vanilla is very tough. And yeah, you remember that we're doing the dungeons 4 levels below the final boss, whom on this dungeon. Oh shit! This guy just got wrecked. Oh my god! And there's a patrol. Fuck. I don't think even they can. I don't know. Abort. All right. Let's think about it for a second. I think we may need some crowd control. We may need some crowd control. How are we gonna do this? Maybe we can. If you are stronger, maybe it wouldn't matter. But I think we may actually need the juice. Can I do? Is there a melee guy with crowd control? Not really, though, right? Well, the rogue has crowd control. What the fuck am I saying? Let's get the mage. Okay. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do some CC assignments here. CC mark. We have moon by default. Let's add star. Okay, so we're gonna have to star one of these guys. We're gonna kill the mages first. We're gonna star this, star with that one, boom. Let's do a slight pull here and then just open up with the rest of the DPS. Me smash granite, roar. You see he's already... Well, I don't know, it's clutch. At least we have one sheep there. Yeah, my I don't even know why he's attacking my rogue. You remember I told the tanks to go and still try to get aggro and attack the CC dudes. But I'm still surprised that, I don't know, maybe it was like a particularly big pack. Or maybe I should just straight up CC the dudes. Oh yeah, let's do this again. Like, wow, I did not expect this to be so hard. Maybe it's just like particularly big pack. You know what I can do? Let's say, let's remove. Let's do it like this. So we clear CC marks for him, and we're just gonna assign him Moon, and we're gonna leave the rogue as both Moon and Star. Or actually no, let's just put him on Star. Okay, so we're gonna assign Star to melee dudes we want CC'd and Moon to these dudes, and let's see if that works. So let's attack the dog. So we're gonna go dog it up, and let's see if that gets the job done. Yeah, so the mage has CC'd the Moon, and yeah, the rogue has CC'd the brute, and the tank is taking a lot of damage. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. But yeah, we may have to be like super careful here. But yeah, you don't have to come here like so. Why is this guy taking damage? Seriously, like what? I don't understand. How? Damage taken from the brute with uppercut. Oh my god. Oh my god. What spell ID is this? This may be one of the this may be one of the spells that actually has like 180-degree conal ability. I saw a couple of stuffy weirdy stuff poops, and maybe this is one of them. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just speculating here. That'd be super funny. Except that had I used the command here, it would have sent the ranged into the wall. So, yeah. Yeah, let's kill more of these guys. I also have to loot them, I remember. Yeah, we have to loot. You know what I should do is just create a GM command that auto-loots for me. Yeah, that's right. Like an auto-loot pet, but... yeah, I guess I should implement the auto-loot pets. What? He just went and smacked the dude, bro. Like straight up, just... yeah, smacked the dude. Okay. Okay, let's kill this guy and CC this guy. Let's star him. Okay. Yeah. If we're struggling from the first pack of the dungeon, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just saying, why is he switching? Is it a threat thing? Are they really losing threat? I'm just not paying attention, or I'm not looking at the right thing. I don't know. It's just smacked my mage. I straight up smacked him. Fuck. How are we gonna handle this, dude? This is big struggle. I don't even know if they... well, the hyenas are not elite, so maybe they're not extremely strong. Let's try a pullback just to see what happens. I'm curious. Can they handle this? Though, of course, warriors are not particularly good at AoE situations, but... oh, apparently they didn't pull all of them. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, the mage is doing fire rotation. Remember that I had them determine dynamically what they're doing. I'm killing some of these hyenas just to make room. Yeah, fuck, I'm GM mode. Whatever. It's fine. It should be enough. Okay, so we're gonna have to get the mages. So let's try to do like this. Gonna have to... I don't know. Actually, we may have to kill one of the mages, and because otherwise I cannot send the rogue over there, right? So I'm gonna do like a normal pull, and then I'm just gonna straight up start them because this guy will die like immediately. So I need... did he fail the sheep? Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. No, he wasn't in range? Ah, too late, bro. Yeah. Too late. Another wipe. It's hard. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be easy, even on vanilla. If you go, if you try this on vanilla at level 60, you're gonna have a hard time. It's a hard dungeon. It is what it is. So even on vanilla, you'll struggle with these dudes. Though, of course, on vanilla, they're actually like level 60 or something, so I don't know. I guess I didn't really know if the scaling was gonna be as brutal, but it is. It's difficult. Okay, I didn't expect it to be easy, but we're gonna struggle through it just to see. Maybe we find like a good way to CC them or something like that. And apparently they didn't all aggro, so maybe you can wiggle a little bit. And of course you're also playing... Oh, he's doing the... Wow. Wow! Wow. Good job, Rogue. Yeah, I forgot they can do that. Okay, maybe bringing a Rogue was a good choice. You know what? Let's make use of Sap. Again, I'm not sure why he got hit. I didn't pay attention, but... Did he change target or what the heck happened? Damage done. Damage taken. Yeah, Mage Lord. Melee and Fire Blast and all sorts of nasty stuff. I don't know, bros. It's sketch, if you ask me. Yeah, their damage is also not the greatest, as was expected. Yeah, I mean, I did this at level 60 on the vanilla server, and at 60 they have the green gear, but they have like really good green gear, and it's difficult. Wow, I did not expect the mage to do so little damage. Hold on, I may have to restart this. I think we swapped some things around. Okay, let's pull back. Normally rogues deal a lot more damage than the other guys when it comes to attacking higher level targets, because they have the talents that give some extra hit chance, right? Precision. Also, what weapons does this guy have? Okay, he's got swords, fine. He's got swords and he's got the sword talents. Remember that I made them get talents dynamically based on what weapon they have. Go. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if we can mark these guys just to make them. We're gonna have to change the star. Well, I don't know, whatever, dude. Let's just give him something different. Fine. Okay. Do I have to talk to this guy? I don't remember. Did they change anything on TBC? So now that I'm king. Oh, okay, I'm GM. Fuck. Okay. I mean, these guys have loot. If you do like DM run, you have to keep them alive, and you have to try a little bit hard to do that. Yeah, it's not so easy. We're just gonna kill them. They still drop some loot. I'm curious if it's like any good or better or different on TBC. I don't know. Oh, he's doing scorches. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's a little bit of a ramp up. I mean, if he gets to ramp up with the scorch, I think he only does scorches on bosses though. Yeah, it's been a while since I looked at the spiel. Okay, so tank got a nice, wow, very nice, very nice. And his stuff was already good. Like Commander's Pauldrons of Striking, pretty good. But yeah, cool. All right, let's try the sapping thing. right? Fucking mage lords. Okay, we're gonna get one of the gay lords. I need... let's do it like this. I have to kill one of the gay lords. Okay, so how... let me... I think I have to GM off. You have to GM off because I need to right click. Whoa. Yeah, may have not been the greatest. Oh yeah, that was not good. Okay. Wait. They're not supposed to do that. Are they? Oh, I think... Did I send the mage to do that? I don't remember. That is not cool though. Okay, let's attack this guy and see the other guy. Aha! So they are doing their spiel. You saw I just got hit by the damn thing. Yeah, there's some AoE cone knockback thing. Uh-huh. Okay. Where's my healer? It's like my dudes are dead, man. I don't understand. I don't understand. What the fuck is the healer doing? Hello? It's like he's healing me. Dude, you have like this guy. He's almost dead. That's strange. Alright, let's skip some of these dudes if we can avoid it. They should not be... I think we can skip that too. I mean, technically you can skip a whole bunch of stuff here. It may not be so easy if you're sort of low level. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to steal the key from this guy's chest and avoid fighting him. Wait, did I get the key or not? I don't know. Does it auto loot for me or what? Yes, I got it. Okay, cool. Where's the duty poop? Ah, yeah, okay. We're gonna fight them though. After we open the door. Actually, I'm gonna open the door. And my guys will fight them. Oh, no. Oh, come on, man. Oh. No. That's gonna be a wipe for sure. There's no way they survive through this. Why is he not healing, dude? So slow. So slow. Oh, don't heal me. It's a waste. No. No, I cannot take any attention away here. Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself. Too late now. Oof. Alright. Okay, so new plan. I want you to crowd control this guy. Let's kill the dog. Then, yeah, let's fight this this dude. Okay, let's set the bug on. What is my guy doing? It's like those heals are so slow, man. I mean, I get it, it's not easy, but come on. Why is the rogue dead? I don't know. Oh, okay. He's doing flashes of light. That's why... Okay. Remember that in one of the previous videos I switched him to do flash of light instead of holy light. So when the target is above 50%, they do flashes of light. And that's mana efficient, which it truly seems to be. The only problem is the dudes are dying. Well, I mean... It's kind of... It's a compound problem here, because these guys truly do a lot of damage. Okay? So, normally, you would know that as a player, and you'd be like, okay, I cannot be too mana efficient here, because I know these guys deal a lot of damage. I need to... I expect heavy incoming damage, and therefore... I'm not gonna pull my punches. I'm just gonna heal like a big boy. Okay? The bots don't know this. Now you could say, well, I need to change their logic because clearly they're defective. Except that you have 3 other healers that you can try. Okay? If you don't like this guy, use a priest or whatever. Okay? So I personally like diversity, not in the cultural sense, but in the 2006 or 2004 Blizzard way, as in not everybody has to do the same job, okay, or do the same thing. And like if we have 4 healers, then each and every one of them can be good at a certain spiel. Okay, so when you want, like, okay, I need spot healing a lot. I need a lot of incoming healer. Just take a priest. Oh, I need to, I don't know, have blessing of freedom or something, because you're doing Stratholme and you like something, whatever, and you figure it out, right? You want more HOTS because you maybe do a lot of com toggle as you're leveling, and you just maybe com toggled a lot and you want HOTS on you. Get a druid. You need heavy incoming healing. You need a lot of throughput. Take a priest. You want more damage, right? You play a warrior two-handed fury and you want more damage. Take a shaman. You want, again, you're doing Stratholme and you like holy damage, probably the best AoE support from a healer and that sort of thing. You know, like you have options is what I'm saying. So I don't agree with, I know people, they play their own classes and they're like, oh, but my class, I want to compete. I don't care. I don't care about your feelings. I do appreciate very much the Blizzard way of doing things, where everybody was unique and bringing something. Why is this guy, what the fuck? No. Oh my god, I'm a moron, that's why. Fuck. Yes, I am a complete moron. That's why it doesn't work, because I removed the CC mark from the mage. So he's like, when I, okay, so what's supposed to happen is that you right click someone with a CC mark, and that's not a command to attack, because they realize, oh, the target CC, I cannot attack. But oh, is he gonna CC this guy? Finally, okay. But for the rogue, it's actually a signal to go in there and CC the target. And I think it may be for the mage as well. I think it may be for the mage. So the mage, not for the mage, for the priest. The priest is doing mind control. So if we had a priest, we could have tried that. Actually, maybe we should try that. But maybe some other run. we'll keep in mind to try it out. Yeah, so he's doing flashes of light, but you can see it's not a big throughput. It's actually pretty light. Yeah, I mean, his gear is not particularly amazing. Well, I cannot argue with this. I mean, it's fine, honestly. It's honestly pretty decent. Even though he has pieces from like level 49 and whatever, it doesn't matter so much, right? Because it's not like he actually needs the armor to be up to date or anything like that. So it's fine. He does have some healing on the gear. It's fine. It's not terrible. Could have been worse. Okay, but either way, what I want to happen is I mark this guy, and if I right click on him, I expect the rogue to go out there and sap him. Okay, and you need to have right click going on until he gets back, because if you remove it, he's gonna leave stealth if you don't right click the target anymore. And now you can have like, say, a moon there, and then you do like a pull. Even you can pull on the moon, it doesn't matter. Well, okay, I guess it does matter. Strangely, he didn't get attacked on the way there, because that's what I thought was gonna happen, but I don't know. Okay, so he went into stealth. I guess he didn't really need to do much else. I don't know how this guy left sap, but okay. Okay, let's attack this. So you see, it goes a little bit better. Well, we're not fighting as big packs as before, but it does go a bit better if you crowd control.
Smite my foe.
Yeah, he's doing that knockback damage. You saw it even hit me a few times, so I guess that's what it is. Yeah, you see from the Brood the uppercut. He even hit me a few times with it. You see, uppercut. Yeah, it may be one of these wide-angled spells, whatever. There's another boss roaming about here, and if possible, well, I would like to not fight the boss along with the rest of the pack again. If we... Oh, shoot. Okay, let's CC this guy, and maybe if we can also get the warlock. Let's kill the poopy pets if we can. Okay, let's get this one warlock here. Fuck. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. No, 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 no. I don't care. You guys figure it out. Do some instant poopy heals. Figure it out. I don't care. Handle. Oh no! This son of a bitch. All right, fine. Let's CC the other warlock. Can we? I don't think we can. Oh, he blinded him. Good job. No, son of a bitch. This banish is so annoying. What's my mage doing? Mage, what the fuck, dude? I don't understand. He's got moon SCC. No, there's no reason why you shouldn't CC the moon. I don't see any reason. Like, what am I missing? God damn it. Why? Man, that's so annoying. Let's pull them back a bit. Okay, what is my mage doing? He's in combat. He's in actual. Okay. How am I gonna do this? I just want to know why he's banished now, but why wasn't he CCing earlier? God damn it. I'm looking at the code. I'm just trying to figure out what's happening here. All right. Let's how should I do this? Let's kill this guy. Let's just apply healing to this guy. And let's see what the fuck is happening. Sorry, it's frozen right now. He's like, okay, valid hostile target. I'm confused. Hold on, who is he looking at? Give me a second. Okay, well, they're both warlocks, so who the hell knows? One of them. They're both... Okay, I'm confused. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, so mage, polymorph. Can casting on humanoids and beasts. Okay. He cannot cast it. Why? Let's investigate. I need to investigate this. What is happening? Is not within line of sight? What? What do you mean? Ah, come on. He's looking at the warlock. He's like not in line of sight. Man, that's some bullshit. I don't believe this. Yeah, I'm still I'm trying to understand why is, well, I mean, yeah, more movement stuff and stuff. Not in line of sight. Look at that. I don't know. I know what to tell you. Okay. Well, that's stupid. Okay, let's move this guy closer to the warlocks. I I guess this giant tree is like blocking his line of sight and I'm banished. Let me excuse myself. Okay, so okay. Now he's out of mana. Now he's polymorphing. Jesus Christ. It was the stupid tree here. No, it's not the stupid tree, but I don't know. Alright. I don't have a fix for that. It's beyond my hand. It's out of my hands. I don't have a group revive function. Okay. I do. Never mind. Okay. I need to remove the poopy thing. Can I list auras? Oh shit. What's this called? Uber heal over time. Uh, 1908. Okay. I don't know. It is what it is. We didn't kill the guy. Okay. Let's go kill the guy. Kill the guy, please. Like before. Okay. Okay. Okay, I forgot to remove this guy from Comstay or Countago. Wow, I'm still getting hit by that uppercut, man. Does it like select a target at random? Is that what happens? Very interesting. No. He did a roar alerting nearby enemies. God damn. Alright, can we do it now if we're still alive in time? Okay, get my mage in here, please. No. Come here. Quick. Poly, thank you. Grazie. Jeez, man. Have to go through all the hoops? What's a boy gotta do to get a polymorph out here? Going back to my previous discussion about should I send them close to the target to CC or not? Yeah, good question. In this case, I don't know. Could be. That's a nice axe. Is he gonna upgrade that? Gonna find out after the combat. Apparently not. Oh, he is. Nice. Cool. Let's kill this while CCing this, and if we right click the guy, he could also get spotted. It's kind of dangerous when you send them in the face of the enemies. But not always. Sometimes it does work. Okay. Yeah, he went in stealth, but he opened up with Sinister Strike or what? Oh no, he opened with Garrote. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, Garrote is pretty... it's actually pretty good damage ability if the target can resist until it dies, which in this case it did. So good option.
Hey, help me attack over here.
I guess we can try to sap them, but it's very sketchy. Ah, it worked. Success. Cool. You have to keep him targeted with right click. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but so you can do that, and then you can send in,
Hey, help me
and
attack
then
over here.
that guy should get polymorphed. Yeah, takes a little bit of effort. Obviously, with people would be way easier, but it is what it is, brups. While they're killing stuff, let me note down. Okay, I fixed that one. So, what I'm putting on my to-do list, implement the group, I know, group changing logic. Yeah, so leave group, change from raid group into whatnot group. Yeah. I kept meaning to do it, but I forget about it, so put it down and we'll do it. Okay, I think we can probably sap this one guy here. Okay, we should just rush the warlock, and that should be okay. Actually, oh, I changed my mind. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm sorry. Okay, it's not a best idea. Come here. What's the guy doing, dude? Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I know what he's doing. Yeah. I made them skippy poop for the leggy things. But apparently I probably shouldn't have. I may have to look into some other... I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. Why is this guy not healing my mage though? Like, what's the holdup? Jesus, bros. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is there. Because I put him on com toggle and you saw he went through the ground and whatever. And remember, normally he's going in pathfinding. But I made this change so they can actually... yeah, that was the problem. Like if I were to put one of the companions on this ledge and there was no way down or anything like that, then he wouldn't know. He would just stand there. If I were to do com toggle and com stay, they all share the same logic, right? And if I were to com them, they wouldn't be able to get down from there because they wouldn't realize they could just... yeah, there's no... yeah, whatever. So yeah, I made them go straight. Yeah, just go from point A to point B straight, kind of float through the air, which is what happened there. It was kind of unexpected because I'm used to him pathfinding everywhere. So maybe I should put some kind of a distance. Let's say go straight, like for come, go straight only if the master is at close range. Yeah, like, I don't know, few yards. Okay, so if you have them on cam toggle, like for example here, if you have them on cam toggle, you saw that they just kind of skipped up. Okay, normally without this change they would have just stood on the floor and they didn't know, right? So now you go down and they come after you. So maybe if you're like within 5 yards, they should go straight, and if you're past 5 yards, go like pathfind. And I don't care, but Ace, I need to figure it out, right? I mean, I don't know, because it's still kind of annoying. That's the problem. The problem is here in a way, but I think it would work still. The problem is here because you could say, if I jump, would the logic kick in fast enough for them to realize that, you know what I'm saying? Because their logic executes every second, and if there's a lot of them, can execute even slower. So if I'm jumping and I'm already past 5 yards, then they might want to go pathfind instead, and that's a problem. It's a real problem. I had the same problem on vanilla, and on vanilla I decided to just let them go straight all the time. But on vanilla it also, the movement system worked a little bit different, where they wouldn't just straight up everything. They would still pathfind a little bit, so it wasn't as egregious, as obvious. Now it wasn't a problem. Well, now they're just straight no matter what, so you know, what you gonna expect from that? Okay, you can see they're no longer pathfinding at all. They're just straight up. And I don't know, you definitely can make arguments about it, but I don't know the correct solution. I struggled a lot with the same questions on vanilla. I don't know. I'll try what I said with the 5 yards and see. I guess I forgot to loot that guy, whatever. It's never an easy answer, brevs. You can also say, just make them jump. Yeah, they don't know how to jump. It's not so simple to jump, I think. I mean, I can make them jump. It's just that they would have to jump exactly like you. You know what I'm saying? You, like, if you have any experience with this game, it's not enough to just jump. Yeah, because you need to jump at the exact angle. And I guess I could calculate the precise damn angle in the code and be like, yeah, Jesus, like, that would take a stupid amount of math or something. I don't know. But, you know, to end up on this ledge, you have to jump from a distance, from the right distance, at the right angle, at the right speed, right? Because if you jump backwards, it's not the same as jumping forwards at full speed. Okay? And you could say, well, okay, just mimic the master. Oh, really? So what happens if I just double jump? And they're lagging a little bit behind. Which jump should they mimic? Is the first jump? What if I jump all the way there? Okay, yeah. Stop me. Yeah, I'm a rabbit. Which jump should they mimic? So what if I jump here and then I jump down? What should I do then? What if I'm just, you know, jumping all the time as people do? What then? Yeah, should I still jump there? Should I not jump there? I don't know. Should I jump here? What if I just do, you know, it's like I'm doing exercises, yeah? I just jump up and down. Should they do the same? I don't know. Even if I could, and I probably could make them jump, when should they jump and why is the... And really, should they jump at all is just the most important question. I don't know. And a bullshit answer will not cut it, because if, you know, because you have to actually put in the work to do it. And it's not fun to do something like with the spread command. It may be completely useless and nobody's ever gonna use that, because as you see, if I you know, look at this guy, you know, he's changing targets all the time, looking left and right. Okay, if there was like a toggle on this command, then yeah, they would just move a lot, which is not great. Can we, like, maybe we should CC one more of these guys. Yeah. It's looking kind of sketch. Okay, let's kill this warlock.
Hey, help me attack over here.
Ogre tanning basket. What is this about? Opening no text? Okay. Okay. I don't know. I keep thinking of how to do the straight and the pathfinding thing. Whoa! Look at this guy. Oh, really? Ha. Okay. No. All right. Let's. Can we CC this guy? Yes. Cool. Cool. Get 'em, boys. Wow. This guy obliterated my mage, dude. As it seems to happen with most dungeons that we've done so far. It really comes down to like extra damage. Okay, so just because that one guy survived longer than the companions could endure, it made all the difference. Had you killed him sooner, had you had any CC, it made all the difference. So I'm not even upset at it. I just understand it's a difficult dungeon and you need more juice. They're both marked, but I don't really expect my mage to do anything. Yeah, I don't expect that. So we're gonna wait for the rogue to get back. We're gonna do a start. Okay, we're gonna pull here. Really? Like right in front of you. But earlier it's like, oh, I must kill everyone, except not now. Now they're okay with that. Okay. I know. Okay, so that's fine.
Smite my foe.
I do wonder if they'll be able to kill the last boss. I mean, it's only gonna get harder, and the gatekeeper guy is pretty nasty too. So I don't know. I don't know about that. It's not gonna be easy. Okay, let's skip some of these dudes. Maybe CC one of them and just start on the other one. Oh geez, why is this guy attacking me though? Did we pick up this key? I don't know. I forgot where you're supposed to get this key from. Wait. Is this one of the doors that can be lockpicked by Really? He went through the damn door? Come on, man. Yeah, okay. Well, at least the command now can pull them through stuff like this. So maybe I just like do bigger than 5 yards, like 10 yards. I don't know. The problem is, I don't know. Maybe I can just check if they can pathfind to you or something. I could do that. I guess I could try that. Oh Jesus, bros. This guy just slapped me hard with that mortal strike. Holy sweet buttery Jesus. I felt that. Yeah, these guys hit way harder than they do in Vanilla. Yeah, can the rogue open this? Yes. Okay, that's why I don't know how to get the key. Because I do it with the rogue. Okay. All of this sucks. Let's get this guy first and then the other guy. Because these guys, first of all, they go down pretty slowly. So we're gonna CC the reverse and we're gonna kill the warlock. I'm just glad he's not getting spotted in stealth. No. Abort. Bros, you're giving me a heart attack here. Okay, so go on the warlock. No funny business. Okay, sheep, perfect. Kill the damn warlock. And care about rest. Get the warlock. Do we have a tank here? Hello, tank. Jesus, do we have a tank? What the heck are you doing? He's like trying. What? You suck. I don't care. You suck. You have so much time. Well, it's not like I'm making them not attack or whatever to not generate aggro, but you still suck. I don't care. Fail. You get an F for mega fail. Ah. I guess I could have given them more time on the pool, whatever. You still suck though. That was big sucky. There's no fucking excuse. How did that even happen though? I don't get it. There's no real reason why if the tank and the DPS goes at the target at the same time, the tank should lose. It's like, why? Crap. Yeah. Ultra big ass fail. You're all fired. That's what I think. Yeah, we may not be able to... Oh, come on, they haven't done... Okay. No. I want to reset this fight. I want to try again. Okay. I'm gonna GM. You dudes wait here because... TBC is different. Okay, we're good. Okay. What? Okay. So, to recap, okay? Sap the dude. No! Ah, saved. Saved by the delay. Okay. Now, send the tank in. I'm even gonna be nice and give him a second. Oh shit, this guy is like... I don't care. Okay. Can we please CC the big dude? Yes. I guess we have. And... okay. Yes. Good job. Killed the warlock. Oh my god, lots of damage. This other guy is out of CC. That's not good. Can we please kill the warlock? Can we have more damages, please? Where's all the damage, man? Come on, man. Hit him like you mean it. Okay, kill the minion, please. The minion. Ignore the river. No. Taunt. Tank. Bro, your mage is dying. I know this is the problem, because the guy was stunned, and when they're stunned, they don't know. There is no right answer there. You know what I'm saying? This is the sort of thing. I know it may look like it failed. In reality, it did fail, but it failed in a it cannot be helped kind of way, because the guy, the tank was attacking a target that was stunned, and when the target is stunned, it cannot change victim. So even though, say, the tank stunned the victim, the unit, the monster, and normally it would have attacked the tank because the guy was stunned and he cannot change the victim, the tank doesn't know this. You could say, well, if he's stunned, then just ignore him and mind your own business. Well, cool, except here's the problem with that. You can go out of your way to stun some guy fuck knows where. Rather, what happens is that these guys will protect themselves. So you maybe have some mage at a distance somehow stunning someone who's attacking him in melee, and then you'll be like, it's safe, I don't need to go there. The tank will start running towards the guy who's attacking the mage. The mage stuns him, just imagine how it does. Stuns the guy, and then the tank is like, okay, I don't have to worry about that. He goes back to the other side of the map to attack something else. That's what happens. And of course, the monster comes out of stun, and now he's attacking the mage again. And the tank is like, what the fuck? Now I have to go all the way over on the other side towards the mage just to save him. So, and this is not an example. This is a common example of what happens. That's why. So it's kind of unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I know if you're a person, of course you're a person. As a person with the intelligence, you understand this business, so you make way smarter decisions. But in this situation, it's what it is. You know, I don't know. But then again, I'm not contributing to this fight. I say this every time because towards the end of the dungeon, it always seems to happen, right? It's almost like a prayer at this point. At every dungeon, this happens. It gets very tough, and it really comes down to just a bit more. Like you need a bit more, which is fine. It's great, and I'm glad they did the level squish too, so it's no longer like crazy level difference. However, they somehow, or maybe just the way the core is tuned, which I'm not against. Again, I'm glad it's hard. Fuck that. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah that it's hard. I just don't want it to be hard because the companions are particularly stupid, even though in this case they were. But it's just the reality of things, in a sense, you know? So sometimes you just have to account for their stupidity. You gotta do more because they're stupid. But you see, they have all the tools, right? They have, you can multiple CC enemies, you can sap, bring a priest, you can mind control, all the jazz. So you have tools. It's just that sometimes you need a bit more. You need a bit more than just good intentions. You need pew pew power. You need to deal some big boy damages, or you know, just like you could be a mage, you could CC the other guy. You can be a warlock. You can fear the other guy. The options exist. This boss is super hard on vanilla. Like this boss with 4 level 60 green heroes kind of kicks their ass. So I'm just curious what happens here. Yeah, you see, because he's under-leveled, he has trouble even hitting him. Landing, he just got one sunder after like 10 seconds. So, not easy at all. And apparently there's such a thing as retaliation. Well, it's not that he's attacking. You can see they're not attacking anymore, but he's doing like stupid amount of damage. You see how much damage he's doing. Also, why the fuck is my rogue not attacking now? Oh, he still got fucking hell. Is this like a permanent effect, really? Jesus, you go, mage. You go, mage. I didn't realize this guy has permanent retaliation. Oh, now he's done. Okay. But why is my rogue not attacking though? No, hold on. Ah, come on, man. Come on. I just wanted to see why the rogue is not attacking. Can we like rev on that one? Rev. Why is the rogue not attacking?
Hey, help me attack over here.
Okay. He's like auto attacking. Come on. Why? We may have to kill this guy a couple of times. What is he doing? Equipped item main hand? What the fuck? Spell failed, equipped item class main hand. What? 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 I don't know. Let me quickly look. There's, I mean, spell failed, equipped item main hand. What the fuck does that even mean? What? I don't even know. Has item fit to spell requirements? He's like, I don't... Was he disarmed? Was he disarmed and I didn't notice it? If he has no main hand weapon for attack, send out this error. What? Can we rev this? Let us do this again. Like, what do you mean? Was he disarmed? I don't get it. Okay, let's do that again. Well, first of all, I think they managed to kill him. I didn't do anything, right? They just killed him. Cool. So, I guess good job on that one. I think the mage carried. Let's try again. I don't understand what is happening there. Yeah, let's set debug off on the paladin. Okay. My dude. No, okay, so he garroted and he's not. His weapon is in his hand. The server is frozen because the stupid shit trigger. Oh, the server is frozen, so it cannot send me any information. Okay, so send the error. If not item target, then required item must be equipped. For triggered case, not report error. This is when he's checking for items. For Sinister Strike. I don't understand. Has item fit to spell requirements? His weapon is in his fucking hand, man. Yeah, he just failed. Because apparently the game thinks my guy doesn't have a weapon. But he does. Maybe it's related to... Yeah, he just fails because of this. What the maybe it's related to retaliation somehow. Because clearly he's not disarmed. I don't think he needs like an actual main hand weapon or anything like that. Yeah, I don't get it. Let's just attack a different mob. But clearly he was attacking until now, so... yeah, I guess... Okay, let's try a different pack and see what happens. These next packs are also very strong. Yeah, these captains are very nasty. Okay, we're gonna CC them. All right. Okay, let's do a normal pull because we gotta go that way anyway.
Hey, help me attack over here.
Okay, let's see if the rogue can actually deal damage now. What? Equipped item class main hand. I don't understand. He, like, the weapon is in his damn arm. What? What's wrong with this sword? There's nothing wrong with that. Is there something wrong with the sword? But until now he did just fine. Didn't I have like a gear command? List item? No. I don't remember.
Smite my foe.
Where is this guy? Yo. List gear? Oh my god, it's broken. Fuck. Dude, I forgot about this. Holy shit. They don't repair their gear anymore. Not like on vanilla, they repair their gear, or they used to, whenever they would eat. So like all the time. But I changed that to only repair the gear when you go to an NPC guy. And I guess we died so many times that his gear actually became broken. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I did not expect that one to happen. I mean, I don't think that's ever happened until now, right? We haven't wiped... I can't believe we wiped so much. It's kind of crazy, man. It's like, really? Much wipe, much wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess we have. This dungeon is way harder than it's worth. I mean, we didn't make that much money. I mean, we still have... I mean, to make money out of this dungeon, you really have to do the stealth run. So, it kind of is what it is. Yeah, we're counting on the mage. You go, mage. I guess his items were broken for a while if the mage has caught up in damage. What about the other guys? List gear. Holy shit, their items are broken too, dude. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, that is not good. Alright. Quick trip. Do I have a vendor here? Nah. I have one on the vanilla server. Good old Stormwind. Quick pit stop. Okay. List gear. Okay, now it's fixed. Cool. Yeah, let's keep the dogs. I don't care about the dogs. Clearly we can kill dogs. What I do care about are these dudes. Problem is they're both bosses and I don't know if they can be CC'd. I don't know. Normally, well, I don't know. I think you're like supposed to... what are you doing for the run, for the stealth run? I think you're supposed to kill the guy while not killing the little guys, or just killing the big guy, the king, right? But now I don't really care about that, and we're way too squishy to handle this guy. I get the feeling we'll just get destroyed here. This guy is tough. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Let's find out. I just hope the tank can handle it. Well, oof, oof. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this, bruvs. I don't know. It's not great. Oof. The tank is having a bad day. That's a bad day to be a tank, bruvs. Oof. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think so. Not enough juice for this tank. He just needed more stuff. I mean, obviously this guy, again, 25%. If you could just kill this guy, mitigate the damage on the tank, get some... just put a couple of defensive things on the tank, you could have done it. But no. I don't know. We could try with a different tank if you want, just for shits and giggles. If you're like, nah, the warrior sucks. Which, come on, man. Which he does, but I mean, you know, he's doing his best. I don't think something wrong there. He just took too much damage. I mean, his gear is not like, what gear is it? Yeah. 51. I don't know. 48. Oh, come on. We don't care about the necklace though. Yeah, 48 on the chest piece. I mean, definitely missing some armor there. So, as with any of the other runs, this really just comes down to like small margins. Okay. At least he got the weapon upgrade from one of the previous bosses. Yeah, not ideal. Yeah, and I know some people, not that anybody's watching this video, but some people will play on the server and be like, oh my god, the companions suck. Dude, this is so fucking good, you know? Because, you know what people complain? Ace, there's no reason for me to play a tank. Oh, really? Yeah, look at this. Is this a reason enough to play a tank? Because you play a tank. I imagine you do a better job. Why not? It's not like there's something wrong with his rotation. Well, there's probably, but you know, in the small decisions, like we saw with the stun back there, I expect you to do better, yeah, than these companions. Just in the way you target, in the way you decide whom to attack. It's not like, well, in some ways, the bots are great because they know at every moment how much threat they have on a target. So, in a sense, you know, having played tank, I'm pretty jealous of this ability to just know. And I think in, I don't know if in TBC, but in newer expansions or something, you could see sort of in a way how much threat you have on a target or something like that. So it's easier to know if you need to, if you're gonna lose aggro or something like that. Or maybe it's a different game, I don't remember. but something like that. The bots have that ability, which is an amazing ability to have as a tank. Like it would make so much more. It would be so much more fun if you could know that as a player, either by changing. Let's say you could change the color of the nameplates to match how much aggro you have on a target relative to the group. Amazing. Yes, please. So bots have that. So in a sense, they are advantaged. And they are pretty snappy to react, and they don't get tired. So if you play a whole day and you're like sleeping in your chair, by the end of it, this guy don't care. Like he'll play the same at any point, right? He's never get tired. So there's advantages to this, but the fact that they don't understand things, it is what it is. And in this situation, the gear is not great. So he's not even helped by the gear. Whereas on vanilla, they are helped by the gear. On the vanilla, I specifically gave them better gear to account for their stupid logic. And I say stupid. They're at least average, let's be honest. Like average person type of deal. There's nothing... Well, there are annoying things. Yeah, we've seen them across. But nothing in particular like, oh my god. So whatever, they are at least average, which means if they don't have good gear, you have to put in the work. Okay, so you see in every video I call it out. We wiped at this boss, we did Scholomance. How many times have we been through this? In almost every dungeon. Oh, we wiped at this boss at 25%. We wiped at this boss, 25%. You're the 25%. Okay? You can play a tank. You can play a healer. Okay? You can play a healer. You're not going to have the problem of, oh, this guy is trying to conserve mana when he should be outputting more heal. You're just going to understand that. It's not like there's a problem with the way this guy is doing it. It's fine, actually. It's just that it's not the optimal thing on every single fight. Okay, so their logic is generalized. The optimal is when, I don't know, I mean, you can maybe try to use a focus mark. I don't know, whatever. I mean, we should try it just for shits and giggles, see what happens. Okay, I would say they're viable. What they're doing is viable. It's just not optimal, which is exactly how it should be. I play right now. I play Pathfinder War of the Righteous, and the companions in that game. If you go on the forums and you're like, show me build for Sela. Okay, Sela is a happy example. Show me build for I don't know whom else, for Camellia, and you're gonna find people complaining that their builds they're viable, but they're not optimized. So if you want to play on unfair difficulty, which is the hardest one, where the monsters have like ridiculously higher rolls and you like really need to min-max shit, especially your tank, then you're gonna fail. But you can play yourself something that accounts for that. Of course, you can try to do as good a job as you can with your own companions, but they're never gonna be as good as you can be. Even in a game where you literally control their characters in the same way you control yours. So you have full control over them, but they're never gonna be as good as you can be. And I don't know. It's a fun game. What can I tell you? So I want that here as well. I'm not participating in this fight. I'm not bringing any consumables. I'm not, not contributing. Not buffing with anything. If I were a warlock, I could have stamina buffs. If I were a druid, give this guy more armor. He clearly needs it. You could do like maybe a couple of quests before doing this dungeon, and maybe you get lucky and you pick up a better chest plate for him. You could craft one. You could buy one from a vendor. Maybe you just get lucky and get one. Maybe you just tank yourself. Hey, so I have no reason to tank. Here's a reason to tank. Here's a damn reason to tank. Very good reason, because you probably maybe have better gear. Yeah, if you have access to all the professions and you get all the damn materials, you do a dungeon and you get all the materials, and you have all the professions, then bruvs, what are we talking about? Like, you can absolutely profess yourself into a better chess piece than what this guy has. You could play any CC class, and all the packs that we struggled so far provide an extra crowd control. Play a warlock, play a priest, whatever. Options. Oh, you could play a priest, give stamina to this guy. All this guy needed was 25%, and this guy needed a bit more tank. Okay, not a huge difference. Yeah, I don't know. I would try again. It's just that I don't know what to tell you. Let's try a different tank, just for shits and giggles. We're not gonna try a shaman tank. We should try a shaman tank though, just to see. Yeah, I don't know if the bear is gonna do any better. He's definitely not as tanky. But you know, the bear. The thing about the bear is that his power comes from stats on the gear, so not. Oh no, it comes from the armor too. So, I don't know. Let's give it another try. See what happens. Yeah. Let's put the focus mark on this guy. Let's do a pull. Yeah, and we're just gonna go. We're gonna go because we ain't got time. These guys are suffering, man. Okay, we're even gonna bring the healer a little bit closer. Maybe he does some attack or two. Even though he should probably heal more. I got feared here. It's not good. Okay. Look, I mean, he's going down pretty fast. Just, you know what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's do cross. Let's do healer focus mark cross. Where is it? Here. Okay. Where's my healer, man? Okay. No, yeah, he's doing holy light. Okay. Let's. Yes. There you go. Come on. Do it. Yes. Holy Knight. No. He popped cooldowns. I was hoping that he would. Okay, so when you put him on focus mark, he does like pre-heals and stuff. So I was hoping that he would do like holy light pre-heals. But you see, he's just like ignoring everybody else. So right now he's never gonna heal anybody else except the tank, unless the tank is like full HP. I think that's how it currently works. But yeah, he's really going for it. Again, he's running out of mana, even though he's spamming Flash of Light. Imagine, guys, we did the whole Flash of Light thing just because he was running out of mana, and he still ran out of mana. He's playing correctly. It's just that, dude, he don't have the stats to hang on, and it's fine. Okay. All you need here is more damages. If you are playing a warrior, you could provide Sunder armor. If you are playing, I don't know, just a DPS and you're doing some badass DPS. How many times have we wiped at 25% in the dungeon? So many times. Now everybody got stunned, so it's kind of clutch. You see, he's not healing anybody else except for the tank, right? So 100% of the mana goes to the tank. The bear is the sort of tank that takes also a lot of healing because he takes more damage than the warrior. But yeah, he's also he has amplify magic thanks to the mage. So again, logic wise, I have nothing. It's like, what can you do better here? Except maybe don't stand right next to the boss. I don't know. Even so, okay. First of all, what the fuck's the rogue doing? Ah, come on, man. Oh my god, I just said that logic-wise there's nothing wrong, dude. Come on. Dude! He failed me so hard. What? Oh, it's not his fault, dude. He got stuck with the stupid movement bug. Son of a bitch. You see, he yelled in chat, move flag root. God damn it. Oh my god, we need to fix this stupid bug, dude. Jesus Christ, I can't believe they managed to do this without the stupid rogue. And I was just saying, like, logic-wise, there's nothing else to change. And look at this. Imagine that we were like one rogue down. And yeah, root bug, kill me. It's a stupid bug. More movement issues. Every video, more movement issues. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. I'll have to figure out how to fix this at some point. It happens when he gets like double stunned or something, like double CC'd. Whatever. But yeah. Even I think it helped the fact that I focused the healer on just the tank, and he was not healing anybody else. So 100% of his mana was going on the tank. So you see, you already have tools to handle, because it didn't need much, right? If in the previous attempt, it was just the fact that, you know, the healer sends one heal to me or like the mage, because this guy does some AoE. And that because he missed that one heal, the tank died. And I can tell you from my own experience playing a healer, that happens from time to time. It actually happens. So sometimes it's so tight you cannot spend time healing anybody else. Let's try again with a warrior. I'm just curious. I'm a curious person. Okay, so we're still gonna focus mark him. Can we respawn these guys? Is that a thing? Is that... Yeah, I think maybe we can do it. Yeah, but again, my point stands. I think them being not very strong gear-wise is very important. My job is to fix root bugs, please kill me, stuff like this, because yeah, you should not have to deal with bugs so long as what they're doing is correct. And apart from the rogue being bugged there, everyone else was doing their job. Okay, so yeah, you have to figure out the gear situation. And think about it this way. Yeah, look what happened after we killed the boss. After we killed the boss, they got weapon upgrades. Well, shield upgrade, whatever. It's fine. But they got item upgrades. So, you know, we talked a lot on this video and whatever, we wasted a lot of time. But you could just... if you run this dungeon a couple of times, okay, your guy on the second run will have a better shield. Well, not this guy, because I just spawned him. But your tank, he picked up a weapon, he picked up a shield, he picked up a DPS ring, whatever. Okay, so next time he does this, he's like in way better position. And maybe you're like, hey guys, I have a level, you know, right now it's kind of annoying to trade them while leveling, of course. But even while leveling, why not? But maybe you're like level 70. It's like, hey guys, I have a level 70 warrior and I cleared some TBC dungeon with, and he's got a whole bunch of blue shit, including blue weapon and blue gear. Do you want him? I'm going offline. And, you know, you trade them, you transfer them to somebody else. You know, you can get a tip for it or not. I don't know. I don't care about that. And you just help somebody. Why not? Like, why isn't that a thing? You're gonna go to, you know, you're gonna heart out into your city anyway. You just ask somebody in your guild. Ask a friend, hey, do you want my companions? They got blue gear. Okay? I like that. So, let's try this again. Should be fine. Oh man, holy shit, this guy. Whew. I don't pretty like that they're fighting there. I'm just concerned about... I'm concerned about line of sight issues. Yeah, I'm not happy about what's happening there. Because if the healer goes out line of sight, yeah, this is... Why is he going backwards like this? God damn, son of a bitch. Come on. Why is he not... Okay. Come on. Get him, boys! And yeah, now we're out of the woods, basically. Now just keep the guy alive. Just keep the guy alive. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, flash of light. That's fine. He has to do flash of lights, right? He has to do... Like, basically, there's no choice here. Because he's and flash of light is the most efficient heal. He has to do it. It's that simple. Okay, so it's annoying because his immediate response, if the tank gets bursted down, because he's doing flash of lights, because he doesn't have a renew on the target, yeah, like you can bring an off healer, you know. So his throughput is not great, but he makes up in other stuff. For example, well, that's strange. Why is my tank not buffed by a paladin? What the fuck? Okay, they managed to do it, that's fine. Why is my guy not tanked? Buffed. Okay, now he's buffed. Did he get dispelled or something? I'm not sure. You could argue... I think what you can do... Set blessing... blessing of kings. Yes? I don't know blessing of kings? Really? Wait, what do you mean? You don't know blessing of kings because he gets it from the protection tree. Okay, I get it. Oh yeah, I think he's gonna get it, but like the next thing, right? So it's probably one of the last things he gets. All right, whatever, man. But you could say you can still do salvation, like for example. Right, and that would definitely give you an easier time tanking because we've seen them pick up some aggro and stuff. So especially when you're playing with the warrior in your group, yeah, you can give them salvation. You can even say, because right, you see he didn't put salvation on the tank, which he shouldn't. Set blessing second, blessing of might, right? Set blessing. Did I forget the syntax? Second blessing? Oh, I know I can change your... I mean, you're not giving me important information here. Oh, okay, how did I do this? Now I have to know. Blessing of might. Did I change the syntax? What the heck? Okay, so you can cancel it, which is fine. No, you can set a second one. You can set a second one. So, set blessing, it should work. Is it flawed? Set blessing second. Okay, let's look at the code. What? Did I mess up? I mean, clearly, but how? If I do without second, what happens? Oh my god, do I have like 2 seconds? Do I have 2 blessings here, dude? Set blessing second. No, that was fine though. Set blessing second. Blessing of might. It still didn't work. Am I whispering the wrong guy? Oh my god. I'm whispering the goddamn tank, dude. Come on, man. Okay, fucking hell. I'm an idiot. Okay, so he assigned blessing of might. So I've explained this one in the previous video, but if you set a first blessing like wisdom, and the target is not someone who can have mana like a warrior, then he's not gonna give him wisdom, right? Or in this case, salvation, same thing. He's not gonna give him salvation because he's a tank, and he's not gonna give him wisdom because he's a warrior, so he doesn't have mana. So then you can assign a second blessing, and he will give you that. So now if I dispel self all or all self, all self. Okay, now I dispel them, and you see he gave him might because you set the second one as might. So there's that. But yeah, you can absolutely just make some adjustments to your companions to make them do better stuff. Wow, insightful hood. That's very nice. It's very, very nice. Cool. That's pretty biz, isn't it? I don't know if it's biz for... Oh, it is. This is biz for Paladin, isn't it? Pretty cool. Okay, that was the video. Lots of talking and rambling and stuff. I'm gonna look into the comm situation more to see how I'm gonna do it better. And it certainly is arguable, I think. Well, is it arguable or not? I don't know. If I jump, it's not that steep, right? You see, they went around, which is fine. And if I were to jump down here, they will go around. Because when they follow you, they do pathfinding. It's when you toggle them or use the comm, which is, all the comm functions have the shared logic, right? So when you jump, they will just straight up come after you. So again, I don't know, it's questionable if they maybe I'll put like 10 yards to do this at 10 yards or something. I don't know. It should work this way because, for example, here if I jump, now they come after you, which is fine, right? But in the old style, if I didn't make this change and I jump, they would just pathfind around. That's the problem. And I can definitely name you quite a few situations where this is not a good idea. Yeah. You BRS wink wink. So I don't know. I guess the only problem with it working this way, maybe I should leave it, I don't know. The only problem with this is that you saw back there on the platform when I pulled the tank back, he path found, is that the word? He went, well, he didn't pathfind, he went straight to the fucking terrain. And honestly, I don't know how to differentiate between when you need it and when you don't need it. I don't know. I guess I could add another argument. No, that would just make everything more complicated. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Because the answer to when should they do that, when should they come straight and when should they pathfind is always, it depends. Yeah, it's not just like one situation, one shoe that fits all sizes. It just depends. Okay? Like even now, you saw they went down, and if you wanted to pull them for some reason, I don't know what you're doing, but if you want to pull them to you, yeah, maybe you'll do like a jumping puzzle, right? And they cannot do a jumping puzzle. Like how do you square that circle? So obviously straight is just necessary. Like even if they could jump, like jump off like this, this is not like the only situation. Again, you could maybe do some platforming. You could, I don't know. There are plenty of situations where you just are sneaky. I don't know. You're doing stuff, and I don't know. It's too much I don't know and too much it depends to have a good answer for you. Like right here, maybe you jump here, and there are plenty of platforms all over the world, and you're doing some skippy poops in dungeons. Like you do dungeon skips, whatever. I'm not against that. It's whatever, just do it. And yeah, BRD. Yeah, BRD. How are you gonna jump out the window and off the cliff? If they don't go straight, how are you gonna do that? I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it alone. And if it, yeah, it was like a minor thing that went through the. Well, it's not minor necessarily. It's kind of like medium. It went through the ground. I can't think of it because, for example, let's say we're here, right? And this will happen. I swear to God, this will happen. It is very annoying. If it happens to you, it's just gonna annoy you. Let's say I'm right here and I want to jump off. Why? Because normally if I were to jump off, they would pathfind through this hole in the ground, right? Right here, you can have a fucking pack of mobs and you want to skip those. And if I don't do it this way, and they pathfind through those mobs, you're gonna write to me some very hateful message. I'm just saying, you're not gonna be happy. Let's be honest, okay? So whether it looks nice when they pathfind through the ground or not, I think it's more bearable than them pathfinding through some pack of mobs and just ruining in your run and your day maybe. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.